So, the first example we have, find the volume of a right circular cone that has a height of 17.6 meters and a base radius of 8 meters. Round your answer to the nearest tenth of a cubic meter. Just going to sketch my cone. And it said we have a height of 17.6 and a radius of 8. And so we just follow the formula. V equals pi is just a number. R is radius, which is 8 squared, times our height, which is 17.6. And then we just divide that all by 3, right? And that comes from V equals pi r squared h all over 3. I'm just plugging in the values for r and h. All right, pi is a number, r is a number that's given to us, height's a number that's given to us. We're told 3. I'm just plugging in r and h. Don't forget the squared. And then this is something I can just type in my little graphic calculator here. We have pi, which is that second, and then this button right here, times 8 squared, times 17.6, and then divide that all by 3. You get 1,179, and then we would round that 0.5 up to 0.6, so 1,179.6. And then that'll be in cubic meters. Okay. The next example we have find the volume of a right circular cone that has a height of 15.8 inches and a base with a diameter of 12.7 inches. Round your answer to the nearest tenth of a cubic inch. Again, this is why maybe drawing a picture can help. It might help you be careful with the words. So it says we have a height of 15.8. But this time it didn't give us a radius, it gave us a diameter, which is all the way across, of 12.7 inches. So when we do our V equals pi r squared h divided by 3, we don't have r. What is r? Half of the diameter, so take that 12.7 and divide it by 2, and we should get 6.35. But after you've set that into your calculator, now you can just do pi times the radius, which is 6.35 squared, times the height, which is 15.8, and divide it by 3. And this is just something we can throw into this calculator. Oops. Not that. Get out of there. Pi times 6.35, our radius, squared, times our height, which was 15.8. Then I'm going to divide that number by 3. 667.2 if I'm rounding. And then we were in cubic inches. be careful whether it gives you a radius or diameter. And then there's one last one we need to look at. Find the volume of a right circular cone that has a height of 17 meters and a base with a circumference of 6.3 meters. So we're given the height of 17. The circumference is 6.3 meters. So again, our equation is pi r squared h all over 3. And we need a radius, not a circumference. What does the circumference equal? Remember? Of a circle? Remember that formula? The area was pi r squared. The circumference, we had two different ones. We had pi times diameter. But I want the radius. There was another one involving radius, and that was 2 pi times the radius. So let's plug in what I know. The circumference is 6.3. Circumference is 6.3 equals 2 pi r. Pi is just a number. 2 times pi is just a number. If I want to get r by itself, and I'm multiplying 2 pi times r, how do I get rid of multiplication by 2 pi? Or divide by 2 pi. And then I'm just going to write r is alone on the right side, but I'm going to write it on the left. And then all I have to do is 6.3 divided by 2 pi. So 6.3 divided by 2 pi. Nope. Go back. 2 pi. 9.896. About. So then we go back here. Pi times the radius, which we got is 9.896 squared, times the height, which we said was 17, divided by 3. And so we just have to do pi times our radius, which I'm actually going to be super accurate and put answer, squared, times 17, then divide it all by 3, 1,743.4, 1743.4. And then this happens to be in cubic meters.